Botswana's President Mokgweetsi Masisi is expected to announce a date for an urgent SADC TROIKA meeting in Mozambique. The region of Cabo Delgado, north of the country, has been experiencing attacks by the insurgents. Last month, dozens were killed when militants attacked a hotel in Palma. Many people have fled the coastal town for safety. Sophie Mokoena has more.
The international community is calling for decisive action to end the fighting. Countries such as the United States of America, France, Italy and Portugal say they are willing to help Mozambique's government. The AU has, however, warned against this move, saying SADC and AU must take a lead. The SADC TROIKA this week is expected to come up with a resolution that will lead to an action that will be taken by the regional body. Sophie, SABC News.
So the town in northern Mozambique that was attacked by insurgents in late March is now secure. That's after the military killed what they say was a significant number of militants and cleared one final area. Late last month, insurgents attacked the coastal town of Palma near natural gas projects worth about $60 billion that are meant to transform Mozambique's economy. Clashes continued nearby as recently as Friday. Most means of communication with the town were cut off after the attack began. Footage taken by local television network TVM in Palma showed a soldier covering a body lying in the street and burned buildings. The insurgents have been increasingly active in the province of Cabo Delgado since 2017, although it is unclear whether they have a unified aim or what specifically they are fighting for. Aid groups believe the latest attack displaced tens of thousands of people, many of whom fled to safety in dense forest areas nearby or by boat. The United Nations has meanwhile welcomed an announcement by Mozambican authorities that the town of Palma in Cabo Delgado had been cleared of militants and is once again secure.
We've been following these developments. We hope that will lead to people being able to come back. But there are obviously broader issues that need to be dealt with in the situation.
You talked about broader issues that need to be addressed. We do know that there's a SADC TROIKA meeting upcoming this week on politics, defense and security. What's the UN's expectations of SADC's role in the region? And is there growing concern that Southern Africa is becoming a hotbed for terrorism?
Look, the issue of terrorism in different parts of Africa is one that is well known. I think the increasing boldness of the terrorist activities that we've seen in Mozambique is very concerning indeed. I think the violence they have perpetrated on civilians in Mozambique is truly atrocious, and it has been condemned and needs to be condemned again and again. SADC has a critical role to play because these issues also need to be dealt with at a regional level. We know very well that terrorist groups operate between borders at regional and sub-regional levels.
And to follow up on this, we're joined now by SABC News foreign editor Sophie Mokoena. Sophie, a very good evening to you. So how important is the meeting of the SADC TROIKA that is expected this week?
This meeting is quite important because for the first time we'll have clarity in terms of what Mozambique is saying, a country that is experiencing this problem, even though there are effects in terms of borders, like the UN Secretary General spokesperson has indicated. You cannot deal with such a crisis without bringing in your neighbors, particularly countries such as South Africa via Mpumalanga. It's very close to Mozambique. You also have this region, Cabo Delgado. The region is near the border with Tanzania, and therefore it does affect Tanzania. And I think the meeting is quite important, but also in terms of the way forward.
So are we likely to see a SADC that takes a resolution to deploy troops to assist Mozambique, or any definitive decision?
I don't think a decision will be taken in terms of deployment of troops because the problem. Mozambique has been very reluctant to ask for assistance from neighbors, neither from the SADC, the region itself, to help the country because they feel that they are in control. And now the announcement that they have been able to secure the territory in Palma, this will add to the reluctance of Mozambique to ask for assistance. But at least the heads of state, this meeting will start on Wednesday with foreign affairs ministers and defense ministers at the ministerial level, paving way for Thursday, where heads of state of the Troika will meet. And therefore, I think they will be able to talk about their concerns behind the scenes and perhaps to push Mozambique to be more upfront, but also to indicate whether, as a region, SADC should assist.
And just speaking on that, Mozambique being the current chair, it's been seen by its critics as cavalier on the issue of whether or not there needs to be assistance. Do you think that this is likely to change? Are we going to see a change of posture?
I don't think so, but they may be able to share information in terms of the impact. After they made an announcement that they have recaptured Palma, I can't see Mozambique agreeing to any military intervention. And remember, if Mozambique doesn't take SADC heads of state, members of Troika, into confidence, it will be a problem because you have international community on standby like US, France, and Italy. And the AU has warned that if the international community, particularly those countries, go there and train and be involved in that conflict, it will be a sad day for the continent. And therefore, SADC and the AU must take a lead.
That is SABC Foreign News Editor Sophie Mokoena.